Yo, what's up, guys? It's Kinsleyza, and you tuned in to the Kino Expedition.
Basically a day in the life with me. Nothing out of the ordinary or anything like that. Just basically making coffee at the moment. Yeah, I'm basically warming it up because I like drinking in this, right? Keeps it warm. So basically just doing that. What time is it now? It's currently 25. Yeah, I think it's 25. Yeah, it's currently 25 to 2, right? Yeah, so basically just making coffee at the moment. Um, Currently at work. Yeah, I think that's one of the most important things that you have to note, guys. It doesn't mean when you're doing forex, you just have to stop any other source of income that you get. Money is money anyway, guys. So basically at work at the moment, I'm gonna knock off at 5 p.m. Yeah, so basically just making coffee. I'm gonna go. I'm actually gonna go back to the charts, just check how gold, US 30, and Bitcoin are performing today. Yeah, after that, just gonna go about the day. Yeah, man. So stay tuned there. Like, hey guys, we're back again. Currently just looking at motivational videos and whatnot. So let's just do this actually. Yeah, guys. So this is basically what we're looking at from this perspective. So this is basically what we're looking at, right? This is of the 16th, which is today on a Tuesday. So this is basically how gold is currently looking. We'd previously had a short-term trade on the 15-minute time frame. You obviously can't see it there, but here it is. So here was the trade. We actually took two losses while we tried to buy it. Bought it the first, second time. Third time we bought it, it just shifted and left. Literally just went up. So basically, just looking at continuation, right? For that manipulation to play out, and then we will officially be selling it, like how the bigger time frame would be showing us. However, if maybe it does change and break this and come retest, we'll be taking buys and no longer sells on that. Alright, so it's basically what we're looking at on the gold trade at the moment. Yeah, you can currently see just listen to a bit of motivation there as to get our day going. It's basically how we would normally record our trades, or how I would normally record my trades every time I'm looking at them. So the only thing to do now is basically just wait for the setup to play out, and then basically just see how it's all gonna play out right now. Yeah, because I think the one of the greatest misconceptions rather about forex is the analysis part of it, right? It Yes, it does play a vital role, right? And it is still the most, or one of the most important things to do, right? On your checklist every time you're taking trades, right? Analyze. I mean, that's the first thing. That's the first thing that you have to do, right? But the greatest misconception is the analysis is not done every day, right? You analyze the market probably once a week, And then the whole week you just basically monitor and just look for continuations. And after that, you just basically landmarking, basically tracing or evolving with the chart, seeing how it has previously been performing, and you just go with it like that, right? A lot of the times, the misconception is so great on that the analysis, like you keep, it's like it's as if you keep analyzing every day, and which is not the case. The most crucial the most crucial of all elements is the management part of it, because now if you have a trade, let me just show you guys. I think I previously just deleted a lot of the previous analysis that I had, but normally API. But normally when you have analyzed, right, the only thing is, let me just show you with this example over here, right? It's not a trade that I'd actually gotten to the long term, but it's actually a trade that I got, and I was able to, yeah, have a little bit of profit on it. I didn't take it further and further like that. But I just basically wanted to show you the analysis part and how it actually works out a lot of the times. Because you just find that you basically analyze once, and the whole time you just basically keep on monitoring the trade. So let me just show you on the chart, guys. Yeah, let me just show you on the chart basically how we basically. So yeah, guys. So this is basically USD JPY. This is last week's trade. Was it on a Monday? Yeah, it was on a Monday. Kind like that. Even continued to Tuesday until the AM today, right? You see, it basically went back and spiked. This would have been a second opportunity to actually place that buy. So since well, I normally never focus a lot on what's this currency pairs. I didn't really go I didn't really follow up on it like that. So this is how this trade would have played out. Every time it just goes, right? You just check your most important turning points, right? Everywhere it turns, more especially when it's forming a correction, you just basically draw a line above it and see if the price crosses it. The only thing that you would have done with that is that basically you'd have basically just okay checked or it crossed my most recent resistance, which is now a breaker order block, which is now support. That's why we call it a breaker. Right. So basically just looking at continuations going up forward to the upside. Mind you, it is the 1 hour time frame, which signifies those whole turning points. You can clearly see that even here there's some sort of corrective type of pattern. Right, let me just do this just to clearly mark it out. So when you draw a line across like that, you could clearly see that price broke above it. As you can clearly see, we're gonna do this. Price broke above it. So what we would have what we would have anticipated in this case is just placed a buy stop just above it, and then we know our stop loss would have been right there, and there it is. Just as it comes and retests, we know that is our continuation to go to the buy side. So in this case, what we would be looking at is something more or less like this. That's the only time I'd actually take a trade like this, when it comes down to that level, and then we have a continuation, because that level is the most significant retracement level, because it goes just as with this support trend line, right? So you have a vertical one and a horizontal one, right? So as it comes and maybe retests there, forms a W pattern sort of thing, it is then we would take it up for a buy like that. But what I wanted to note is this part, right? If we had analyzed that is going up like this, see, after that, we were basically no longer analyzing. All we're doing is just evolving with the structure as it crosses. And the only time we would maybe go back to the drawing book if is we've maybe anticipated a buy here, right? And a continuation. And what price does is break below our most recent support, our most recent breaker, and it gives us sort of a retest like that, and we would know in that case that we're looking at somewhat a reversal pattern, hopefully a short-term one. Sometimes it would be a short-term one, sometimes it's a long-term reversal, and we would be taking like sales up until the lowest level where we'd see that price has reached its oversold state, right? And where we would now be waiting for potential buyers to go to the upside. So that's basically that, guys. With that, basically that with that, guys. So that's normally how I would look at it. But the emphasis there on the whole misconceptualized um, prospect of analyzing, right? It is. I'm not disregarding how significant the analysis is. I'm just saying, a lot of the times, people would make it the most significant thing, especially in terms of in terms of the accuracy of the analysis, right? Sometimes a lot of people, I think, forget that the lines that you draw here are seemingly just imaginary because you're actually not drawing on the actual market. The market is just moving as it is. The analysis is just imaginary lines that are in your own heads or in your own head, right? To just help you clearly deduce the bias of the market or the bias of the direction of the market, right? So that's basically it. That was me, guys. Just basically showing you, giving you a little bit of motivation and showing you the realistic part of forex and other things that we do besides just focusing on it, right? Because to be honest, right, to get somewhere with something, honestly speaking, or realistically speaking, for that matter, right? To honestly get somewhere, or to actually lighting is nice on the side to give the crust, guys. But anyway, to honestly get somewhere with anything, guys, the main thing should be never just think that you would go into something and just like by a snap of fingers everything would just go perfectly, right? Always note that like patience is the most important thing. Much as it's overrated, it's the most important thing ever above everything. um because if you're not I mean, if you're not patient with the craft, rather, if you're not patient with it, it's not going to pay you, because you're always going to be just rushing how you want the performance of things, or the results, right? Right, so you won't perform to your best of abilities because you'd mostly just be looking at results, right? The funniest thing about the word learn, right, is that when you remove the L, get it, what's left there? Earn. And I think if we would um, reorientate, right, our state of mind just solely based on the way that we think about success generally, not even just forex, right, we would actually be successful in a lot of things because we would understand that it actually takes a lot of attention to detail, not just attention to detail, but it actually just takes a lot of effort, a lot of tools, a lot of equipment, a lot of resources, rather. It's all the same thing, right? I'm just basically just trying to emphasize, right, that in Forex, you need money, right? You need money to make that money. So if I don't have an account to fund, right? If I don't have an account to fund 1.5 and expect that I'll get let me just do this quickly. Okay. Anyway, if I don't have money to fund that account, because the fact is, right? The fact is you're gonna blow money in Forex. I'll show you just the screenshot somewhere up on the screen. You're gonna blow accounts. Sometimes it won't go as you plan. Sometimes it won't go as anticipated. It is forex. Fundamentally, there's no strategy, right? Or logically, rather, there's no strategy, right? that will give you 100% result. Never, never. Like they will, everything that you do, you always have to you always have to make sure rather that you do it to your best of abilities, right? And always leave that room, right? Always leave that room for damages to happen, right? That way you know how to have insurance. So it's just as with forex, guys. The best advice I'd give you is you always need other sources of income, because still with forex you're gonna find other means of income that is going to help you grow, right? Grow your revenue, grow your net worth, right? In some way, right? You always, literally always just have to keep in mind that you don't just do it by the snap of fingers like how other people would make you believe that it happens, but understand that God is in the process. And everything that God created has a process, like how a kid grows. They mimic before they're able to talk. But with or before that comes growth first. And with growth comes understanding. And with understanding, right, development is there and it's visible. And that just goes with everything in our lives, guys. So from me and the KMO team, guys, I love you. God bless. Lega.